Hey everybody, it's Riddy playing some Space Engineers. So yeah, I put out a little teaser a couple days ago. If you didn't see it, showing some of my ships, the station over here. Figured I'd show it off because so many of you just begged for me to show it to everybody. So here you go. Oop, coming in a little hot. Yeah, so you come down in here. First off, actually right off the bat, this is not done. I don't know if you saw on the way in, a lot of stuff not finished yet, but it's finished enough I can show the insides for the most part, at least the hangers, and the overall shape's kind of done. Real quick, let me just switch over to this. And yeah, I'm gonna have all this stuff. Oops, I'm gonna have all this stuff on sensors. Um, my plan's probably to have it so it can detect if there's a ship already in each hangar, but at the moment that is not true. So yeah, you just come down to this middle tunnel thing here. And yeah, I'm just in like one of my transports, which I'll also be showing off probably. But yeah, so there's three landing bays on each side that are for larger small ships. And I have a couple. Oops, little crash there. Good start. But yeah, on the top I have some smaller ones for like fighters and shuttles and whatnot. These ones here are for like the larger small ships. Probably can't fit any large ships in here, but it wasn't designed to. But anyway, yeah. With this here, a lot of detail, and obviously you can see there's a lot of lag and some doors hanging out. I'll show you that later. But yeah, so I'll show you the hangar, and then I'll probably get down to this right afterwards. But right now I got blinking lights, walls. A lot of the details are done in the hangar bay. Some of these tubes are kind of like messed up, but I didn't finish like some of the little stuff. Got a couple balconies. They don't really serve a huge purpose yet, but they look nice, which is the important part. That's totally what Space Engineers is made for. So we have a ramp goes across there, blah blah blah. Anyway, point is, so yeah, and I have gravity generators and like generators and buttons fucking everywhere. Not important, but they're gonna get like subbed out later for a bit more permanent stuff. And then like right in here, yeah, see a little bit not done there. And if you saw my robot building or my mech building video, you'll understand why these are here. Something that'll probably just get sorted out if and when you build the blueprint. I didn't feel like fixing them. I don't know. I figured it wasn't a huge deal. Reminds me not to build mechs. But yeah, good view here, obviously. Depends on your skybox, but whatever. Probably down here, I was thinking about having, because I wanted the whole thing to be kind of like a hub. I wouldn't say a trade hub, but maybe like a port kind of thing. So you can kind of like stop in. It's probably not going to have much in the lines of like shipyards or like defenses. Like the whole station, that is, just because I don't know. It's supposed to be more of a, if you were like playing on a server, playing by yourself. Um, it's supposed to be kind of more of like a public place, something you probably wouldn't get attacked, stuff like that. People can stop in, trade, whatever. If there's atmospheres or oxygen added to the game, walking around might have a few more purposes that I could kind of spruce it up. Oh, and then here's my ball statue. The pride of the entire station. I don't know. I figured it kind of gave it some interior to this big walkway here. I was thinking about having maybe, I wouldn't say shops, but like I don't know if they're selling like small ships, kind of like they have like like cars inside buildings, whatever. I don't know, like maybe so like you could put like a fighter here, so you could kind of like show people what you're selling. If that's, I don't know, it there's not that much to do in interiors yet, and like I said, it's not really supposed to be a super functional station, so it's not going to be like chock full of refineries and all this shit. Um, anyway, yeah, so there's a top balcony up here. Again, similar reasoning for it. Probably maybe have like again like a ship here or there if you want to like show them off, because this space is humongous. Um, a lot of the how should I put it? I guess it's like walkways on the left and right side of this wall here that like goes into the hangar. Haven't given them a lot of love yet. Kind of just like made them up and then didn't put anything there. There's going to be ways. Right now, this goes. It's it's not even a doorway, but goes to this little thing so you can look into the hangar, see your ships. If you're like a hangar foreman or something, he could be up here. Probably have some buttons up here to control the doors and stuff like that. But probably gonna have more of these, or at least these walkways here are gonna lead to the inside hangar walkways. So, yeah, besides that, you can see this whole part right here is not done. There's just a big open wall to the outside. So I'll show you a bit more of an outside view. I did make one side first, and then I copy pasted it to the other side, just so it'd be a little bit easier, so I could use symmetry on one side, and then just copy paste it as opposed to having the symmetry right down the middle. But yeah, this is like the front, I guess you'd say. Like usually where you'd come in, you can come in either side, but this is kind of what it's for. And you have the big control tower slash. That might be where like maybe if I wanted this to be more of a social station, so you figure maybe like apartments or personal space. If this station wanted to have refineries and cargo containers and things like that, probably be in the control tower thing there. Also have a big walkway coming across here. It's got supports going across. It doesn't have a floor yet, but yeah, that's gonna be another big like observatory walkway kind of thing, so you can kind of like see ships coming in and out. Oh, got some work in progress stuff over there, but yeah, one thing that does kind of suck about this, pretty much get 10 FPS the entire time. It's not lights, stuff like that. I turned it off, didn't really help much. Kind of sucks, but whatever. All right, so I'll show some of this stuff, like just so you can kind of get a. Yeah, like I said though, these are gonna probably have sensors on the outside. So if you come up to it with your ship, it'll open up for you. Unless it detects a ship inside, then that sensor inside will shut off the sensor outside, basically so you can't get in. These are the. This is, by the way, this is the modular door mod. Super great. Just, oh, it's the best. That way you don't have to have those laggy rotor doors or piston doors, which. Again, I'm kind of making a lot of my stuff for the hopes that multiplayer will eventually work. I used to play on a semi-roleplay server where we had like good set of rules, so stuff like this wouldn't get destroyed. I'm not super into like the hardcore PvP, so something like this would probably be like would fit well with us or like a server like that. But unfortunately, yeah, the pistons and stuff probably not going to work on multiplayer anytime soon, if ever. But yes, that's what all the doors look like shot, and again, they're all going to be on individual open and closing things. Just some stuff hanging down, some pipes. I'm probably gonna put a couple more extra details up there, like pipes and stuff. Right now, it's just pillars going across, and these with the lights. And yeah, I picture this area with like a lot of ships going in and out. Probably not gonna happen because of the way multiplayer works, for instance. But yeah. Anyway, so this doesn't actually go anywhere. This big bridge. Again, this might have some stuff in it where it has like apartments or something, because it's pretty big inside. Might just be a walkway. I don't know. This would be a hugely expensive station to build. Might be something that server owner or whatever, they might want to drop it in after it's done, of course. But they might want to just drop it in for the public, or for a single player, might want to just drop it in. It's possible to build in survival. There's nothing that's super expensive, because again, it's not filled with like refineries and all that. It's a station, so there's no drivers or thrusters, but man, it's a lot of iron. Okay, so up here we are in one of the smaller hangar bays, which you can see kind of right here with the red and the white. Kind of supposed to be like a smaller version of that big tunnel, I guess you'd call it. Oh, real quick, this is the backside. Just kind of a plain detail. Again, you can see the roofs, or I guess like the outer armor plates on the top and bottom. Not exactly done. Gonna get around to it, probably like showcase a little bit of stuff after that's finished. And you can see there's some discoloration. I don't know, I just haven't decided on exactly the shade of white I want. Go back and fix that later. Some just random antenna stuff. I was trying to stay. Now, obviously, the Armor Slopes mod, pivotal for everything I build. I just love that mod. It's just fantastic. But otherwise, I'm trying to. There's some modded blocks on the inside, but if it's like little obscure mods, I'm trying to stay away from them, just because I don't know exactly what I'm going to have. If, for instance, again, I went on to a server and I wanted to build this, or any of my ships for that matter, I try to keep it to the Armor Slopes, which it just is a must. I feel like that should be in the main game. But anyway, so you would come down here with a small fighter. There'd be hangar bays. They kind of work the same way that the other ones are going to work. And then you just pick one of your slots. I'm thinking these will probably be able to hold more than one ship. because these are supposed to be like small fighters, small shuttles, like really personal ships that don't have interiors, because small ships with interiors, those usually get pretty big, and that's what the bigger hangar bays on the bottom are for. This right here, just a staircase that goes up, and you saw the bridge from the outside there. It just goes over to the other top section here. This one, not so sure. I'm thinking this one's going to be more of a social area, less of a landing zone. Once I get the roof, maybe it'll have stores or, again, possibly apartments. Fortunately, again, there's not really that much you can do with interiors. But, oh well. Yeah, so that's going to go up there. A lot of this, I kind of was just working on this today, so this isn't all that much done. But, yeah, this is just going to be another landing area. So, in this middle section here, just kind of, you know, random stuff going across, trying to make it look like it's busy. Make it look like it has, you know, pipes and rails and stuff going across that's supposed to be for power to connect the two halves a little bit better. With my designs, a lot of the time, I like to keep the majority of the shape symmetrical, but then have some little odds and ends like this thing here. I don't know, an extra room, the tower, some antenna here and there. That's going to be asymmetrical just to throw it off. Seem like it's a bit more organic in the sense that, you know, somebody designed it with form, but functionality there. So like, there's going to be the odd antenna here and there. Like this middle section here, I'm going to probably make it a little bit more random. Yeah. So, open these doors real quick, and just love these doors. So useful. Unfortunately, I mean, the lights actually aren't too bad in here now that I've kind of put these extra ones on the sides. But man, it gets really dark in here. The hangar pretty dark, but especially when you go into this section here, because I don't want to have a lot of stuff hanging down. I like the idea of having the big open observatory kind of room, and I just don't want to have lights hanging down, and it is just hard to get this to not just be pitch black almost. But yeah, this is the inside of the tower. There's not much to look at right now. It's kind of just a bunch of scaffolding basically. Yeah, but and my little statue. So, oh god, just the FPS real hard to move around. Yeah, and I've got some random stuff kind of hanging down from the top. Like, that's kind of what I'm talking about. See, this is I think it's like a large refinery mod or something like that. And this is just a single, I think it comes with 2 walkway pieces for this mod, and like, I can't really be guaranteed I'm going to have them, especially if I'm not using my own server or making my own server. And I can see why somebody, if, like, for instance, a server owner didn't really want to put a bunch of, like, little random mods in there just for somebody to have tiny bits of detail, when you could have, you know, the armor slopes mod, for instance, which adds a huge amount of detail to every ship. Anyway, yeah, so this is Seraphim Transport. It's going to be a troop transport. Give you a little look at it here. Sorry about the lag. But, yeah, Seraphim Transport. Back here, you're going to see it has like a little landing gear. Could be replaced with merge blocks if you wanted, depending on how laggy something is. Designed to pick up, I guess it could be crates, tanks, something. Just supposed to be like a drop ship. Probably be useful, or more useful when planets, if and when they come out. Yeah, here's like the neck of the cockpit. Even though I do like the cockpits you can walk into on small ships, transport's supposed to be a little bit cheaper, supposed to be a little bit smaller. So yeah, again, all the ships also, including, well, the ships and the hangar, not exactly fully done. I'm kind of leaving some of the stuff open-ended, so depending on the way the game changes in the future, I don't have to remake everything. Like these like wingspans here, well, I don't know what you'd call them. I guess like, I don't know, VTOL section things. I mean, it's not actually a VTOL ship, just because it's not really useful at the moment. It might be useful when planets come out, but I guess that's kind of what they were inspired by. They're kind of empty right now, just because I have nothing to fill them with. Doesn't really need to go that much faster. Don't want it to be too expensive, because my ships, unlike this huge hangar, they are actually designed to be survival usable. Anyway, so besides this huge hole I just made in the ground, yes, this is the inside. A little light. There's your generator. I'm not really usually for the single large generator for ships, just because easy to get destroyed at the moment, and with small ships you really can't put that much protection on anything. Unfortunately, just because a little glitchy first off, especially with like missiles. Even though there's the you know, blocks protect everything on the inside. Can't think of the word. But still stuff glitches through, and these are basically just one Gatling bullet almost can destroy these. So, but for this build, I forget exactly why, because I actually built this a little while ago, but it seemed best. I guess the small generators were getting a little bit spacious, and they weren't providing the power. It looks a little bit better this way too. All of my ships are. I just rebuilt a lot of them, the small ships, and I'll be showcasing the other ones that you saw in the teaser, if you saw the teaser, in a different video. And I might re-show this one in a little bit less of a laggy environment. But yeah, they all have full tubing throughout the ship, and what I plan on doing, and I'll just show you this real quick before I show you more, a little bit, explain more of the inside. I'm going to have them all, if not already have them all, so they have more like hard points, like turret hard points. So like for right here, for instance, you could just kind of like slap on Gatling turrets here. This one maybe I have some of the actual AI enabled turrets, like I think Keen released them, the Gatling turrets. That might be a good place there. So it just gives whoever's using these transports, whoever's building them, the option to kind of make them more specific for what you're doing. I'm gonna have specifically military and like more civilian builds of each probably, if and when I release them for like the Steam Workshop, or even for myself. This one, for instance, is a little bit more military because it's got the military colors or my faction colors. But other ones going to be a little bit less militaristic, I guess. At least my other ships, they're kind of like stacked with guns right now, but I feel like they don't all need to be like that. Anyway, so yeah, just hard points all over the ships. You'll see them on the other ones too, and they're red. I kind of like having the interior parts showing like that, like the red, but just so you can kind of see that it's just not all like two colors. Gives it a little bit more life. I feel like it shows you that there's some internals to it. But yeah, in here, couldn't do anything great with the cockpit. You can access it, and it obviously just like hands you back to it, but like to the inside. But it doesn't look great like this. The way this is, you can see open. Again, all this stuff is kind of subject to change. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next video, I'll probably be showing off a little bit more. I'll give you a little bit more of a, well, less of an FPS heavy, just like look around of one of these, and then show you some more ships. If you want to see some more stuff, I guess subscribe, like, share. Thanks.